in my role, what I really thought about is everybody starts somewhere. And yes, we had some opportunities to do better, and the insurers had highlighted some of them. And unfortunately, then the hackers gave us some ideas of what we could improve. All of us probably as CISOs, or even if you're one level below that and you're aspiring to the role, we have a sense of what to do in the moments of an attack. But this isn't a technical problem. Some of it is, of course, how do we characterize it? How do we respond? How do we contain and so on? But this is another level. This is, you need to have a cadence with the board of directors. You need to have a cadence with the senior leadership. You need to appear in a certain way in a new culture that you don't know yet. And you need to be sensitive to and aware of so many more factors than the technical. And for that, it really helped to have someone who's been through it several times to say, am I thinking of everything? What did I miss?
And what did you learn during this process, particularly during the first few hours and the first few days, about how to respond to an attack like this?
I think that the main learnings for me, and some of the first actions we implemented, were paving the road better if there were to be a repeat. So I think I was fortunate coming from Equifax that I had a lot of relationships. So in those moments, after I called Jamil and got Mandiant on board, another one of my calls was to the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation, one of the most senior law enforcement agencies, asking for threat intelligence because that wasn't a function that we had built out yet. And they were able to share with me a 10-page dossier on Vice Society that was essential to our ability to deal with them in a strategic way. So those were some of the first moves we made, was to get the retainer in place long-term, to enhance our playbook so that it could handle situations like this, to get the other relationships in place with, for example, a crisis communications provider. And the other thing that I had never thought to retain before was a ransom negotiator. So there's a company out there called Coveware that specializes in all of these different eventualities, and they keep files on the different criminal syndicates and their reputation in different scenarios. And so it was essential, and it was really yet another new learning for me.
And what role did they play during this process? How did they help you?
So I think, the first thing is you're able to share with them the ransom letter and any other indicators of compromise. They look at it and determine whether the threat actor that you think it is really them based on previous letters. So for example, in our case, the threat letter that was sent to us actually had hybrid examples of other threat actors reusing terminology. So it was suspicious. But then for each of these syndicates, they have a playbook for, are they going to do an extortion? Are they likely to breach the data even if you pay the ransom? Are they likely to hold to their word? And you learn from them, and they guide you, and they even will take on a persona as being an employee of your company and negotiate on your behalf.